such a good game. And it's still like, I know that keepers don't usually make it onto the Ballon d'Or nominations, but it just still feels bizarre to me. Because usually if you've won the Champions League, randomly a lot of your team will make it.
Yeah.
So I think that was kind of bullshit. So he gets a kudos for me as well from just having an incredible few years.
He does. Okay. Do you have any donkey for the week?
Oh yeah. Ole is a donkey. And not because he's a bad manager, even though he is, but like the prioritizer football thing to Rashford really got under my skin. And he said a lot of nice things about the work that Rashford does, but it's like it's not like Rashford's like getting arrested in Greece. Like he's like trying to help people who are hungry. So and that just really annoyed me.
It did.
That's even more gleeful than usual that United lost and Rashford scored because Ole needs to prioritize learning how to be a manager.
It's a copycat league.
Yep.
People look at your weaknesses and they're coming for it with like bazooka, everything. That is the same reason why Pep, Klopp have remained, because they adapt every season.
They keep changing.
They adapt. Last season, Pep adapted last season and became slow possession. So all that counter attack that they were getting, he figured that out. People are coming for them, and they started the slow possession. And that's when they became this great defensive team that all of a sudden, wow, City can defend. No, they put it out and they just keep the ball like 90% of the time. You're not going to touch the ball. And when you try to go the tactical foul, you quickly in very safe positions. I saw it then. I was like, this is not going to work. Where Solskjaer just feels we're just going to rely on individual players to figure it out and hit people in counter on the space. Because people are going to figure that that's what you're doing. People have figured him out.
Yep.
As simple as that.
Yep.
They figured him out from like end of last season. It's as simple.
You asked her what are the three things that are wrong with Manchester United.
Well, that's outside looking in, right?
Ole, Gunnar, Solskjaer.
Wow, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, yes, I'll repeat the same questions actually. What I think.
Also, her answer is mine. So there is not. I think what is wrong with United is one problem. There is only one. We don't need to go 2 or 3 or any. It is one.
Yeah.
One. The problem is one thing, and that is I am absolving the players. Yes, this is me 100% absolving all the players at Manchester United because I am able to. We've gathered enough evidence over the last almost 3 years to know that it is a system issue.
Yeah,
and I would rather talk about how we can get rid of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Then the problem.
United is a team of individuals, and I sat down and thought about it. It's individual brilliance and individual mistakes. I cannot remember the last time I'd say, okay, this was a well-worked team goal that we have conceded. It's excuse my French, but it's always some bullshit, man. It's like, oh, Fred gets bullied by 21-year-old Livramento, or Maguire gets caught ball watching, I even come from my favorite. I even come from my favorite, or even like Bruno gets the ball and it's like, oh, it's like Bruno. He plays like, okay, he gets the ball, 2 seconds, the ball's gonna explode like a Call of Duty grenade. And he's like, so it's always through either individual greatness or just individual like craziness, and that is one thing that it's down to the coaching, like definitely down to the coaching.
Heavy COVID-19 impacted season. Players missing out, injuries, unfit players. There were a lot of fluctuations last season, and I think the fitness level and stats came out right. The fitness level of most teams wasn't anywhere close. The pressing stats were down, intensity was down, everything was down last season. So I think doing that last season versus this season, it's not going to work. I personally think just they'll be fine. Like Daniel said, I think they'll be fine enough to like probably come second. But like a lot of teams, if they go ahead of City, they usually struggle most times to come back when they go down.
Yeah.
Back, there's no focal point. They can't go high. They can't go on the box. So what they will do, teams will just make sure those that overloads, they double up. So I think it's going to be harder for them to replicate that same no striker thing, get that level of points.
Chelsea, they're very good defensively. I mean, it's getting to a point where it's almost like we're watching haram ball all over. It's like Tony Pulis 20. I mean, it's nice because like it's defensively solid, but where are you going to score the goals? I mean, we know Werner is Werner, and then Ayo knows how I feel about Lukaku. So,
wait, I don't know how you feel. How do you
okay,
feel?
how I feel about Lukaku. Lukaku's a great striker, but he's just not like next level. He's just not next level, and that's okay. And I feel like people keep trying to force this, and he keeps trying to force this. He's good enough. Like he's good enough, but I don't think they'll come. They'll bring up his Ronaldo R9 numbers in Inter Milan. I'm like, bro, like no. He's there's a running joke. Lukaku will score you goals, but wallahi, you don't know what they're for.
This season, I was one of those people who pretty much I put Chelsea and Manchester City at the forefront of the title race. Now I'm gonna have to change my position and say that I'm replacing Chelsea with Liverpool and the title race. Regardless of the way the table looks, it's still early days now. The title race is really between Liverpool and Manchester City, just like it's been over the last 4 years.
Exactly.
And Chelsea, bruh, it's peak for them because the firepower with which Liverpool plays football is just ridiculous. And as jealous as I am, I have to respect him. Jurgen Klopp, I caught the last few sentences.
Wow, you have a
get out of here.
Make sure
you gotta. Okay. You don't have to rub it in. Okay.
I do have to rub it in. That's why I'm on this
Let's
podcast.
Talk about you first. Let's talk about you. When did you become a Liverpool fan? How did you become a Liverpool fan? Before we talk about Liverpool.
Yeah, so I'm from the Gambia, West Africa. Shout out to West Africa, best Africa, as a lot of us agree. And I went to school in England, actually. And in England, about half of my family supported United and half supported Liverpool.
Wow.
It became pretty clear I'd have to make a choice. And I wasn't even that into football, but I watched whatever the World Cup was when I was in high school, maybe 2006 World Cup, and was supporting England with the rest of my family and really liked that Steven Gerrard guy. So I was like, I'll just follow him and I'll follow his team. That guy seems pretty cool. And now look at me, 15 years later, I've gotten to meet the team, see them play, lots of fun stuff. Liverpool is pretty much my life.
Okay.